It'll be 1 to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
I think the system's, in place is a pretty good system. I mean, I'm sure that there's ways you can tweak it a little bit here and there, but I don't think that a major overhaul in a series like this will work like it is in Formula One. I mean, Formula One, you realistically got 3 or 4 cars that have a shot at winning a race each week, and here you got 3 times that many cars or 4 times that many cars that realistically have a shot at winning. I'm not sure that, because it's going to work in that format, that it's the right thing for this series. The sport's made it 60 years because they've made good decisions and they've always had a good point system in place. And obviously the chase was, I think, a great idea. I think it's been more exciting for the fans. With 4 or 5 races before the chase, guys that didn't necessarily get enough attention, I don't think are getting the attention now because of the fact of whether they're going to make the chase or not make it. And then it's made the end of the season more exciting because it's always come down to the last race now, where races have been decided before the end of the season.
It's all about 10 races, and when you have problems, it's all about the guy who can fix his car, and it's about the guy who can come back and make something out of a loose wheel and make up 2 laps. And it's, to me, it takes an element of the sport away, because if you're not going to win and you're having a bad day, what's the consequences of just pulling in? In this sport, it's as much about communication and teamwork as it is about what you have for fast cars. And a lot of times it doesn't really matter how fast your car is. You can make something out of it if you put your heads together. And I felt like that's what we did last year. I felt our experience on the 29 team and the knowledge that we have about each other was more important than the speed of our race cars on the track. We weren't fast enough last year, but we made something out of it, and I think that comes from experience.
With the way the chase format is, you're always thinking about points. You have to be in that chase to have a chance at the championship. So you're always thinking about points. If you can win the race, hell yeah, you're going to try to win the race. But if you can't, you have to back down and you have to try to get as many points as possible, lead laps, and accumulate as many points as possible. So every week you're points racing. Maybe it was time for a change, and it's really opened my eyes in the beginning part of this season with a completely new team, new optimism, new everything. It's already opened my eyes to what can become of this. I mean, we haven't even hit our stride yet, and we've already had 3 good finishes out of 4. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, seeing what this team's made out of.
Whether our results show it or not at Bristol and Martinsville, I feel like we're usually a pretty fast car. We're usually real close to a top 10 car at both tracks, and things happen at these tracks, so you can't always control that. But I feel like this is 2 tracks the next 2 weeks that we can definitely gain points. Penske as an organization has gained more on the competition than anybody out there. I think they've really stepped it up with their whole program, and Kurt, we all know that Kurt's one of the better drivers out here. He's, so if he has the right stuff, he's tough to beat, and he showed that at Atlanta. I think we came a long ways at Atlanta from where we were in California and Las Vegas with that type of a racetrack. We gained a lot with setups and things that we changed on the cars. Our engines ran a little bit better at Atlanta. It was a little bit newer version of that engine, and so I felt like the Dodgers did a really good job of making gains, and we have a ways to go, but we definitely did a good job up to this point.
By them doing what they're going to do on Saturday, it will introduce people to someone that they didn't know who it was. Jack Ingram's a guy that, it's unbelievable what he did in the Busch Series and now the Nationwide Series, and a huge part of making that program what it is. And there's a lot of people that don't know who he is, but they will know who he is after Saturday, and I think that's cool. the racing is better at Bristol than it used to be. The wrecking isn't. You know, if you like racing, this is a better facility. If you like the wrecking, then the old facility is probably better. I think that the quality of racing, I watched the spring race from this racetrack this morning, actually, and I thought it was a great race. I mean, it was a great race. So I'm a big fan of it. I think it's way better than it was, but the strategy hasn't changed.
It's just about battling the racetrack, battling your car, and then battling the other drivers. You know, that's the order you kind of put it in. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to. The only car that you're racing is the leader. For a whole season of wins through the whole season, yeah, I would have finished second in points last year. But to me, I don't think that's right. I think it's more so about a championship should be built on your bad days, how good you make your bad days, not how good your good days are.
When friends also ask me, you know, one of the tracks that they should go watch at, I always tell them Martinsville, I tell them here, I tell them Richmond, somewhere where you have good short track racing, you can get up and close to the race cars and the action, and you know, I think the race fans are going to have 2 great weeks with here in Martinsville. Last year I set that goal, and I've usually made some progress in goals that I set for myself, and last year I failed in all 3 categories: Bristol, the Glen, and Sonoma. So it's not the result. You know, I didn't get the results that I wanted, but I still have that same outlook, and you know, hope to win one of those 3 tracks soon.
Really, what it comes down to is there's 2 different arguments. You have the professional side, where you have the guard and AMP and all the people that support you. They want you to go out there and win races. You're in this business to professionally succeed and win championships, and that's your ultimate goal, and you should do whatever you need to do as far as pieces of the puzzle to get there. And then there's the other side of you that thinks like you're still driving late models and you just want to go to the track with your buddies, and you know, you just want to have fun, and you're just, because you know you did this for fun and people decided to pay you to do it. And you know, that side of me still wants to you know, that's where I'm at. It's up to everyone, all the professionals and experts, to figure out what we need to do to be a winning race team, and we'll make the changes, and we have made changes. It'd be awesome to get a videotape of that race. I've never seen it, you know, just some clips of him coming off the corner, the same one we all seen in that race. But you know, it just makes sense, I guess, him winning his first race here, because this track, if there's a racetrack that fits his personality, this would be the one. He loved racing here and loved winning in front of the people here in Tennessee, and he just this is such an exciting racetrack, and I just think he fed off of that for all those years. And so, like I said, I feel like it's only fitting, and I wasn't too surprised to learn that eventually. And you know, he just always enjoyed racing here.